What's up, everybody? Welcome to DFS by the Numbers. These are my NASCAR DFS picks for the Bass Pro Shops night race at Bristol. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another NASCAR video. This time we are breaking down the Bass Pro Shops night race at Bristol, one of my favorite tracks. Really looking forward to this race. Before we get started, if you guys can leave a like, subscribe if you have not yet, would really appreciate that a ton. If my mic does sound a little bit weird, it's because I'm using my computer mic as of now. My new mic comes in sometime today, so bear with me here on that. But with that said, we're going to get started. If you guys are new to the channel, take a look at the key here. Core plays are in green, GPP is in yellow, fade is in red, and punt is in orange. And up top, Denny Hamlin, I think, is fine. You're going to need a lot of dominators in this race with 500 laps to lead. Although Denny Hamlin, 9.14, average in 7 races. He does have a win, 3 top 5s, 231 laps. I think he's fine, just really expensive at 12,000. I will for sure have some. Same with Harvick, very expensive at 11,600. Average finish at 13 in his last 7 races. 1 top 5 in his last 7 races, only 50 laps led. There's just guys I like a little bit more than Harvick, but he's more than capable of going out there and leading laps. But I will have a little bit of Harvick, but I do like some guys down below as well, including Brad Keselowski on the pole. Average finish is 17.71 in his last 7 races. His worst finish being 34. He did have a win here as well, 2 top 5s, 313 laps led. He's somebody that's capable of going out there and leading laps, starting on the pole. I feel like he can dominate a bunch of that first stage. And that's a lot of laps on that first stage, especially before the competition caution. If he's able to get the lead after the competition caution, that would be absolutely huge. It is a little bit expensive, but I think the dominating upside is there for Keselowski. I'm not going to go overly crazy about it because it seems like whenever someone's on the pole, it doesn't usually work out. I don't know what it is this year, but that's just how it seems. So we'll have a decent amount of Keselowski, though. Elliott is interesting, starting 6th, 10,700, average finish at 13.57 in his last 7 races. Best finish being 3rd, 273 laps led, more than capable of going out here and dominating some laps. I will have some Elliott, but I like the guy below him a lot more. And we talk about it every week. Kyle Busch is someone who has not lived up to expectations this year whatsoever, but this is his track. Bristol is his track. Like, average finish at 9.43 in his last 7 races. One of those was a race where he did not finish it, finishing 35th. 474 laps led in the past 7 races, 3 wins in the last 7 races, 8 career wins, which is the best on the slate, 2,433 laps led in his career, which is by far the best on the slate, and it's not even close. So this is Kyle Busch's track here. He should succeed starting 9th. He's going to get some place differential. I'm assuming he's going to get up front and dominate as well. If there was a time to play Kyle Busch, this is definitely it. I'm not expecting too much because, he has been, not the best this year. But still, this is his track. This is a track where he should most definitely succeed and probably will be one of my highest owned drivers. As scary as that sounds, but I'm going to do it. Martin Trex Jr. starting 3rd, another guy that's capable of leading laps, just not all that great here whatsoever. Average finish in 19.86 in 7 races. He did not finish 2 of those races, his best finish being 8th. In his career here, he does have 0 wins in 29 races, only 282 laps led in 29 races as well. Just not a good track for Truex here. So, I don't know, he's been pretty good as of late. We'll take a look at his current form here. Average finish of 5.83 with 5 top 5s in his last 6 races, no wins, 308 laps led. He's been fantastic, but I don't know if this is the track you do want to play him at, but I will have a little bit because he has been so good lately. Joey Legano starting 2nd, someone that is capable of leading laps. 9,700 is a fantastic price there for him. 316 laps led in his past 7 races. 3 top 5s as well. In his career, Joey Legano has led 766 laps, 2 wins, 6 top 5s, and 23 races there. So I think Joey's a fine play, another guy that's a potential dominator, and on a slate where there's 500 potential laps to dominate, I think Legano is more than capable of going out there and leading some laps. Maybe he takes the lead early from Keselowski. Maybe he takes the lead after the competition caution, but Legano is more than capable of dominating. Erik Jones starting 20th, not all that interested in. Average finish of 14.43. I want dominators. I don't see Erik Jones dominating. Same with Kurt Busch, 9,100, decent history here. He does have a win, 3 top 5s in his last 7 races, average finish of 10.14. It's just I don't really see him dominating. Place differential isn't – it's there. Can see him getting a top 10, but I'd rather, go up and get the dominators up top. Really hard to see Kurt Busch dominating. Ryan Blaney's very interesting, and at a very cheap price as well for Ryan Blaney standards. Like 8,800 is a good price here. The problem is average finish of 19.86. He did not finish 2 of those races, though. His worst finish being 40, dead last. His best finish being 4th. He has led 439 laps, though, which is the second best on the slate. So that's interesting there. The price is intriguing. The place differential is intriguing. And he's more than capable of leading laps as well. So Ryan Blaney is somebody I'm definitely looking at. Jimmy Johnson, 8,600. I like the price. I like where he's starting at 24. He's a good history here as well. Average finish of 8 in his last 7 races. Just taking a look at how good Johnson has been lately. I know he struggled earlier in the year, but as of late, average finish of 13.3 with 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s in his last 6 races. I like Jimmy Johnson here. I think there's a ton of place differential, and he's in that price range where you can go play him for that place differential. I don't think he's going to dominate, but I do think he can definitely get a top 10. I think a top 10 is definitely on the table. Clint Boyer, 8,400. Average finish of 7.29, which is, I believe, the second best on the slate here, and we're getting him at 8,400. Top 5 upside. He has led 144 laps as well, his best finish being second. Yeah, I like Boyer, especially at that price. They're very, very intriguing, 8,400. Almirola, not overly interested in. Average finish at 27.29. He did not finish 3 of those races, but just would rather go up and play Boyer, Johnson, Blaney, all those guys. MBD, kind of intriguing, starting 16th, 8,100. I will have a little bit, but not overly interested in the play as a whole. William Byron is a little bit interesting. Average finish of a 17.5 in his last 5 races there. His worst finish being 23, his best finish being 8th. You get a little bit of place differential right in that 7,100 price tag. It's not bad. Byron has been pretty solid lately. Average finish of 11.17 in his last 6 races. He does have a win, 3 top 5s. So, yeah, Byron's been pretty good as of late. Don't hate the shot at 7,900. Austin Dillon, not really going to play, starting up a little bit too close to the front for me. Not the best history as well. Stenhouse, I think he's fine, I guess. Starting 21st, he's going to have some place differential. Alex Bowman starting 8th, starting a little bit too close for me. Average finish of 17.6. He does have a top 5 here where he finished 5th. Not overly interested. I'd rather play the guys around him, including Ryan Newman, starting 25th. I really like this play, 7,300. Average finish of 11, which is one of the best on the slate. He has 3 top 10s in his past 7 races, 7 top 20s in his last 7 races as well. He has 19 top 10s in his career in 37 races, 27 top 20s in his career in 37 races. So I really like Ryan Newman this week. I don't expect him to go up there and maybe get a top 10. It's more than possible, but I do expect a top 20, a solid top 20 there for Ryan Newman. Christopher Bell, starting 18th. He did finish 9th at Bristol before. I like the price. I like the place differential upside. Cole Custer starting 12th. He finished 35th at Bristol. I think it's a fine play. I think it, just according to the price, but I'm not expecting much from Custer. You're probably not going to have much. Bubba Wallace is kind of interesting, starting 27th. A little bit too pricey, but average finish of 19.6 in his last 5 races. His best finish being 10th. He's actually pretty good here at Bristol, so I wouldn't hate some plays on Wallace. And then Reddick, 17th, very cheap at 6,600. Does have some place differential upside, although he did finish 36th at Bristol, where he did not finish that race. But we got to look past that. Decent price there for Reddick, decent upside. John Hunter Nemechek, he finished 13th at Bristol, starting 31st. You're going to get a lot of place differential upside. I can see him getting maybe a top 20. He's pretty solid here. 6,400 is a decent price. We'll take a look at the track type history for Nemechek. Average finish at 22.7, not bad. We'll take a look at the current form for Nemechek. Average finish of 26, which is not the best, but I do think the upside's there with him starting 31st. Could be a little bit too pricey, though. Matt Kenseth is interesting, starting 19th, 6,300. Obviously, he's in some good equipment. He's more than capable of doing well. Track history here, average finish of 8 in his last 3 races. So he has had success here in the past. Very, very cheap. I feel like it could be sneaky. It's just we really expected more from Matt Kenseth in the current equipment he's in. He's in some pretty good equipment. So, I would not be shocked if he was able to go out there and get a good finish at low ownership as well. Current form for Kenseth, average finish of 20.3. That sounds about right to me. Ty Dillon, just not interested in all that much. Average finish of 24.86, starting 28th. Going to have some place differential, just don't see it. I like the plays around him a little bit more. Chris Buescher is very interesting, starting 23rd at 6,000, and just due to the fact that he's been very, very good lately. Looking at the current form here, Buescher average finish of 15.67. He does have a top 5, 2 top 10s in his past 6 races. Not the best history, but at that price, he's been doing very well. Hopefully, he can keep it going into this week at low ownership as well. Mcdowell, not the best history, 28.57 average finish in his last 7 races. 5,900 starting 26th. Not all that interested. Priest is okay, I guess. Average finish of 18.3 starting 22nd. 5,700 is a little intriguing. And then LaJoy, Suarez, not all that interested in. Smithley, I guess, is a little bit interesting. 5,300 starting 40th, dead last. So obviously he's most likely going to move up. He did finish 26th here. I guess you can play him if you'd like, if you do want to have like a big punt play down there. And other than that, I'm not too interested in anybody else. But that's about it, guys. Just kind of recap here. I really like Kyle Busch this week. Hopefully he gets it done. Keselowski on the pole is fine. I'm going to mix and match some other dominators. I think Hamlin, Harvick, Elliott, Truex are all more than capable of going up there and dominating some laps. Legano obviously is capable of dominating some laps. So just going to mix and match those guys. But my highest exposures are going to be, Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Legano, Ryan Blaney is way too cheap. So, and there's a decent amount of value as well. So that's about it, guys. If you guys can give this video a like, subscribe if you have not yet, would really appreciate that a ton. And that's about it. And good luck. It's a very exciting race tonight.